Meron po siyang learning competencies. As you can see here, you have the specific objectives for the cognitive, affective, and the psychomotor. Hello everyone! So for today's video, pag-uusapan natin kung paano gumawa ng isang lesson plan for our classroom observation gamit si lesson planner application. First and foremost, punta po tayo dito. Sa hindi pa nakapag-sign in, mag-sign in lang po kayo gamit yung Google account. After that one, punta po tayo sa lesson planner. Once you are in the interface of the lesson planner app, punta po tayo sa grade level. Magsiselect po tayo ng grade level. Supposing in this video, gagamit po tayo ng grade 11. Sa subject naman, magsiselect tayo ng General Mathematics. For your instructional model, pipili po tayo dito, 4As, 5Es, 5As, or 7Es. Yung pinaka-common lang po natin na gagamitin is yung 4As. The language or the medium of instruction, click natin yung English. And the teaching days, of course this is a class observation. Yung isa-select natin na teaching days is 1 day lang. And you're going to select your plan type, either semi-detailed or the detailed one. In this video, let us select the detailed. After that one, you have the option to select the PPST indicator. For example, this one, indicator 1.1, apply knowledge of content within and across curriculum teaching areas, and 1.2. And then since yung grade 11 natin is strengthened curriculum na, so kiklik natin yung strengthened curriculum. After that one, pwede po tayong mag-upload ng reference file. If you have a lesson exemplar or any file that is related to the topic, then pwede po natin siyang i-upload dito. Next is the main topic or general subject. Ilalagay natin ang mismong topic sa ating lesson plan. Since general mathematics, punta tayo sa ating 3-term budget of work. So dito tayo pipili. For example, here, copy lang natin yung number and algebra and then paste natin dito. The next one is the specific learning competency. So supposing this one, calculate weekly or monthly, and copy lang natin yan. Then paste natin dito. And then of course, yung duration or the number of days must be equal to 1 since ang ating teaching days is 1 only. Next, dito sa additional instruction, kung meron po kayong additional instruction for the AI, like use, localize examples. Pero kung wala naman, kasi optional lang naman ito, pwede ring blanco lang yan. And then you're going to generate the lesson plan and it will cost or consume you 1 credit for this transaction. So let us just wait, siguro mga 2 to 3 minutes. Ayan, tapos na. Click lang natin yung download button. Check natin. So ito na po siya. Enable editing lang natin. So meron po siyang learning competencies. As you can see here, you have the specific objectives for the cognitive, affective, and the psychomotor. Now we have the integration, economics, business ethics, and financial literacy. So dito, napaka-amazing po kasi automatically it creates a table grid that represents the teacher's activity and the student's activity. And ang maganda dito is kung babasahin mo talaga yung content, it is more on natural conversation between the teacher and the student. For example, we have the reading of house rules. That's excellent news. To ensure our learning environment remains productive and respectful, let's all recite our classroom house rules together. Please begin. So dito naman tayo sa reviewing of past lessons. So wonderful. Now let's warm up our minds. We need some key skills from our previous lessons to tackle today's new topic. So I'm gonna answer my first question. What is 25% of 1,000? Sir, 25% of 1,000 is 250. Exactly right, Ben. Excellent. Second question, how do you convert the decimal 0.50 into a fraction in its simplest form? Sir, 0.5 is 50 over 100, which simplifies to 1/2. Perfect, Carla, you've got it. Third question, if a shirt costs 500 and it's on a 20% off sale, what is the peso amount of the discount? Yes, David, you would multiply 500 by 20% or 0.20. The discount is 100. Brilliant, Dave. That's precisely how it's done. Fourth question, what is 85.50 multiplied by 8? 684. That's a quick calculation, Maria. Fantastic. Last one, how do we express 1.5 as a decimal? That would be 1.5, sir. Spot on, Ken. It seems you are all very sharp today. Those skills in percentages, decimals, and multiplications will be very useful. Now let me show you our goals for today. So this is now actually the reading of objectives. Calculate different types of wages and salaries and so on and so forth. This one is actually, dito natin yan makikita sa learning objectives natin. Let's go to the motivation. So yung motivation naman, siya din yung mismong gagawa nito. And then, you can actually edit this one, no? It's only a suggestion naman. Since ikaw naman yung magpe-present nito, you can do whatever you want. Alright, let's play a quick game I call Paycheck Guesses. I will show you 3 different job roles and I want you to think about how each person gets paid. First, a doctor. Second, a factory worker who assembles toys. Third, a real estate. Do you think they are all paid in the same way? For example, does the factory worker receive fixed month salary, just like the doctor might? What about the real estate? Take a minute to discuss with your seatmate. Yan, so meron tayong students activity dito. Dito naman sa analysis, those are very insightful observations. And you're touching on the very heart of our lesson today. What do you think these different jobs have different ways of being paid? What's the logical behind it? Yes, Shane. Yan, dito meron siyang response. That is an absolutely brilliant analysis, Shane. You've just demonstrated critical thinking by connecting the type of work to the payment structure. That is exactly it. That's exactly it. The way someone is compensated is often designed to match the nature of their job. Can you recall na meron tayong sinelect na PPST annotation dun sa lesson plan? So the PPST annotation 1.2, by asking why and prompting students to analyze the logic behind different pay structures, the teacher is encouraging critical and creative thinking skills beyond simple recall. This is actually the PPST annotation na nilagay natin or in-include natin sa ating pag-create ng ating lesson plan. Dito sa abstraction, let's start with the most common one, salary. A salary is a fixed amount of money. How would you find their monthly salary? What operation should we use? Ana. So in this case, another PPST annotation na naman yung diniscuss dito, no? By discussing salaries for jobs like managers and teachers, applying the mathematical content to a real-world context related to business and economics. So this is actually pointing to the annotations we have included in the generation of our lesson plan.